Alrighty, everybody. We got Tigerboss in the blue playing Thanos. You want to introduce player number 2, Mr. Punkstar?
I can do. We have the mighty Insanity, and he's playing Fuji. I've been seeing him play a lot of Fuji in this tournament, to be honest.
Well, I don't know about the tournament necessarily, but I know recently he usually plays on Voobly, but he's recently started to get into China when he plays on Extended Edition.
China is very, very strong. Very strong civilization.
Having said that, what do you think about Fuxi? Well, China in general. China against Aranos. That's what I'm not as familiar with. I've seen a lot of China against Greek, but I haven't seen as much China against Atlanteans, specifically Aranos.
I think it can go either way. China can flood Aranos, which is surprising at some point in the game once their economy gets set up. However, if they start abusing units such as Scout Cav, Mermlo will just tear through them. So you've got to be careful. It can go well for each player. I think Fuzi, in particular, in this matchup, can do a lot. With the upgrade that he has access to, his special one, Domestication, it's big. You can eat berries 30% faster than any other civilization. Just little things like that will allow him to keep fighting, even if he does get pushed off hunts. So he's got a good chance, in my opinion.
Speaking of that, I mean, he has 5 berries in his base. Are there really any other berries around? Well, so I think that's probably the only berries he'll take. There's a decent amount of hunt around.
It does affect his herdables as well, Maiden, don't forget.
So it's pigs and berries.
It is indeed, yeah. So it's 15% extra herdable gather rate and 30% chicken berry duck gather rate.
Aha! Okay. A duck.
On them Chinese maps, man.
Okay, interesting.
Quite a defensive temple for Fuzi. I'm not sure if that's built in farm range. I don't know if that'll block farms or not.
Yeah, that's really close, isn't it, right there? Whether or not it'll... Well, honestly, if you look at it, if you draw like a straight line from the corner of the TC to the corner of the temple, that actually doesn't really interrupt the farms very much. Like, you could put a farm directly against the temple on one side and then on the other side, and I don't think it stops like maybe one farm from being placed there. But other than that, I think it's okay.
It's defensive as well. Obviously, if Aranos want to come in and if Tiger wants to come in and try and take that temple down or pressure it, it's under town centre fire. So it's another bonus.
Indeed.
There's a little bit of hunts on the map. I mean, Blue Lagoon always has like medium hunts, but it's not like a mega high hunt. Blue Lagoon that we do see at times.
It's not like Marsh.
No.
The hunt is reliable. It's not like Savannah. Savannah seems to have kind of sketchy hunt. Like it's there, but it's sketchy.
Oh, Savannah, you'll get no zebra, no giraffe, and then you'll just see 4 elephants in one spot. Doesn't make sense, man.
Yeah. Well, but it is all forward. So I know you say that Fuxi, and who said? Shalka said in the chat, Boit says that Fuxi destroys Aranos. Well, having said that, Mr. Boit doesn't know everything.
He doesn't.
He has casted a lot of games though, so I don't know. And then you mentioned that Fuxi can really flood Aranos, so it'll be really interesting to see that.
Yeah, they really can, and the immortals as well. If you get about 5 to 6 immortals, you can snipe Terma with 100% accuracy.
Jeez.
I don't think there's an Aranos yet. All Aranos archers, all Atlantean archers can't evade immortals. You can outmaneuver them and run away, but in the middle of a fight, they can get sniped down if you micro well enough. So you've got to be very careful early in the game.
Indeed. Well, so one thing I'm worried about for Insanity is he's all of his hunt is forward, so he has like the zebras in the front. He's got the elephant and whatnot on that other side, and Tigerboss is already up. So I know the Immortals are coming out for Insanity, but still,
He did build his buildings with less construction to catch up.
Oh, there they are. There they are on the back of his base. Chukonu and Scout Cav. Well, the Chukonu will be... I mean, he'll be able to produce Chukonu, but he only has, what, 3.5 more pigs, the berries which are exposed. I'm a little... I know Fushi can flood, but I'm a little bit nervous here, dude. I'm a little nervous for China.
Yeah, and he didn't go call to arms as well, surprisingly, so he's not going to get access to that instant army pressure that you can put onto opponents, try and knock them off hunts, but he does get the Monkey King God. He nearly got a citizen kill there, but Tigerboss used the shockwave to help protect it, so not quite what Sanity wanted, but good pressure, good pressure.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Scout Cav as well is so cheap.
Yeah, remember everybody, we're playing on the Meta Plays mod, and so there's some small balance changes to China specifically with Scout Cav. Scout Cav are a little bit more viable as a unit to counter archers, but they're still really cheap. Did they change the population? No, there's still one population.
They are paper thin weak though. For example, if they get stuck on a tree line against a group of Mermalo, they're all gonna die. You gotta be careful.
Sure.
You don't see this Monkey King God very often, do you? The Monkey King. Oh, Sanity uses Great Journey.
That makes all of his units zip around super fast. Look at those bad boys. Hey, you think Aranos has a speed boost? Hello.
8 speed Scout Cav right now.
8 speed? They have 8.05. Holy crap. Dude, it's looking like you're right, man. It's looking like Insanity is out flooding Tigerboss here. This is looking pretty good for him, dude. And he's able to go get that Rhino right there with for his food income. Not too bad, man. Not too bad. This is looking great for Insanity. Dude, those citizens! He just calls it!
Oh, damn, the floods!
Wow. The Flood. Not only is Great Flood OP, but Fushi Flood, Monkey King Flood, also OP.
Damn, that was huge, man.
Dude, that's a 7-minute game, man, just like that. Wow. Wasn't I just saying, as we got into Classical, oh, I'm a little nervous for China, you know, he doesn't have food, he only has pigs and berries, blah, blah, blah. He goes out for the Rhino, he gets out some Chukonu, he speeds up everything, and boom. We gotta push off Hunt, wow.
He had a nice army composition with his Scout Cav. They only cost 30 food, so he wasn't food dependent on his army.
That's a good point, dude, that's a good point. And the Immortals are super strong. KD, 7-17. Wow. I'm gonna back out and go rehost.
No problem, I will follow you there. And we'll see what they're going to do for the next matchup.
Interesting. Well, so Tigerboss, we know Tigerboss is he's a renowned Atlantean player. So he still has Kronos and Gaia to pick. I'm not sure what maps he prefers. Now, what's really interesting, a lot of
Okay.
Oh, whoops. Insanity won that game. Yeah, met it. I messed up the score there for a second. Let's see, Mediterranean. There we go. Yeah, I know exactly what we're gonna see here. Kronos, Mediterranean from Tigerboss. I was just gonna say though that Insanity, he's known to be an old Aranos, really good Aranos player from Brazil, Sensui. So it's interesting that, you know, we have Tigerboss, an Atlantean player. Oh! I need to hurry and do the map intro for Mediterranean. Here we go. I'll see you there, everybody. Huh. All right, everyone, welcome to Mediterranean. We have in the blue, they swapped colors. So we got in the blue, whoops, you can't see that. There you go. Saw a little bit of it. We got ISIS from Insanity. ISIS, interesting. We saw in his quarterfinal game, he played a lot of Egyptian, right?
Yeah, he had the same matchup actually. Kronos, usually for most players, dominates the Mediterranean with the early deconstruction, the flood into the fish of the other player. However, Sanity won as Isis versus Kronos on this map before, so it will be interesting to see if he can do it again.
Okay, yeah, like you mentioned, we got Tigerboss going Chronos. Yeah, man, bummer. A little bit of a bummer for Tigerboss. Speaking of Chronos, his dock placement. It is right in between those two fish spots, but unfortunately, neither of them will be terribly efficient. A little bit of a bummer for him.
Yeah, not the best.
Well, okay, so what did Insanity do in his previous game against Chronos? I mean, he's going. We see him going two dock right now, so he's going for a later advance into heroic play.
He dock spammed, yes. He went two docks instantly, dock spam into fast heroic, and then he used Ancestor Eclipse on the base of Kenzie with the Scorpion Man and the Sphinx, and it actually took the town centre down.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's right. I did. Used AE with the myth units, and the TC actually went down. That's right. That's right. Even with the stronger. Let's see. I think Atlantean town centers on the base original expansion they get. Is it 2400 HP? And then on the extended edition, it's bumped up to 2800. Is that what it is?
I'm not too sure, to be honest on that one.
I can't quite remember. Well, one thing I want to point out is that the fish for Insanity is fairly decent. It's fairly decent. Like, he's got that one spot right in front of his dock. That second one can easily be harassed, but it's not too bad. But one thing that is very good is his gold mine. Right in between, behind the TC, in between the two towers. Chronos aggression, you know, it's one thing to try and push him off of water, but after that, you want to go for a gold mine. So Insanity's gold mine seems to be pretty darn comfortable back there.
Also, his back town centre, his bottom town centre protects a gold mine below it as well. So when he does win water or lose water, however way it may go, he can grab that town centre to secure that second gold and go for a push.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think Tiger has one. I mean, surely he has to. If one player's got a relatively bad gold mine, the other must as well. But he hasn't scouted it yet, at least.
Well, I mean, if Tigerboss pushes him off water, the good news is that more than just that gold mine on the back TC, the berries and all the deer right there. Potentially, there's a ton of resources. Well, okay, let's see how he can survive. You know, I want to say one thing about going Egyptian against Chronos. Like, since docks cost 50 gold, what Insanity did is he built his first dock, and then boom, built the second dock right after. And when Chronos uses deconstruction, you get all of your resources back for the building. So he got back the the 50 gold for that dock that was deconstructed. So boom, he could just repair it, or not repair it, rebuild it right away. And his fish wasn't really even idle. He had the two fishing ships out. They just moved over to the other fish spot. I think maybe we've seen some success with players going Zeus against Chronos recently, and we've also seen a lot of Chronos mirrors. But I wonder if Egyptian might be a decent option.
I agree, because the dock spam, like you said, is relatively affordable for Egypt in the early game. And if they get enough docks on, they can just garrison the fishing ship inside. And obviously, Atlantean arrow ships are a lot weaker than the other ships for the other civilizations.
Yep.
So they will get took down a lot easier. We do see an instant valor down to get some harassing. Sanity is 50% up, so we will be able to defend that. And also, Kronos just went for 3 docks.
Oh, really? Yeah, you're right.
I usually just need 2 docks and then a third dock later on, around 7, 8, 9 minutes.
Interesting.
Looks like Tigerboss wants to try and flood in.
Okay. If that house goes, oof. If that house goes down and he gets in on that tower, that's going to be good for Tigerboss. But boom, Ajeb just in the nick of time.
Yeah, that Sphinx is going to help out a lot.
You're right about going straight heroic. There's the armory. He's going for it. Question is whether or not he's going to have the food to go up.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got enough pigs. He's got 6, 7 alive pigs, and each pig holds over 150 food, so I think he will have enough. It will be delayed with the fishing ship getting harassed, but I think he will be able to get it around 8:30 perhaps.
Right.
Maybe not a bit, if not a bit quicker, 7:30.
You know, I wonder if Tigerboss was watching the game, because it was, who was it? It was Kenzie Mafi, yeah, against Insanity, in the game that you're talking about where he went Ancestors Eclipse, blah blah blah, took down the TC. I wonder if Tigerboss was watching that and so he expects exactly what Insanity's going to do here. I don't know.
He has brought his oracles home, so that will help defend slightly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's still making arrow ships as well.
Indeed.
Sanity's up.
He's done a pretty good job to keep the fishing ships idle without losing boats. Good job to Tigerboss. There's Nephthys. There's the click up. There's Prosperity. Here we go.
Very clean so far for Mr. Sanity.
For both players, in all sincerity, like, you know, like I said, I don't think Tigerboss has lost a Byreem pressuring the fish. I don't think Sensui's lost Insanity. I don't think he's lost a fishing ship. Just kidding, he just lost one.
We see a time shift somewhere. I couldn't see where that went. I just heard it somewhere.
He pulled his temple back. He pulled his temple back.
Ah, okay, fair play.
Dude, that is a lot of resources.
Yeah.
Here we go. Sphinx is going in. Oh, the Scorpion Man is stuck. Look, 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 look. He's stuck. Oh, no!
Oh, God. He fixes. No problem. This is a huge navy by Tigerboss.
Yeah. There's another Valor. I want to go... He gets the oracles again. Okay. Interesting. He goes for a round of cabinets in addition to the war barges. Dude, look at this fight. What is this? There's the Ancestors Eclipse. Is there enough oracles there to defend?
Yeah, that won't take down the town centre. They're too far from the town centre. By the time they get there, they won't have enough time to finish it, with the oracles defending as well.
Well, there goes a the manor. He might be able to get 2 citizens there as well. He probably should.
One.
With the micro.
He gets 2 easy.
Also, the Sphinx is on the other side. There's a manor over on the other side with the citizen. He might get that as well.
Nice damage to the economy here. Now, Maiden, you are the more experienced player out of the two of us, so one thing I would like to ask you, do you think this Ancestor Eclipse is a waste? Yes, he's got a lot of juicy raids where he's got a lot of damage done, but Ancestor Eclipse is also often used in big time and pushes to secure map control, so what do you think of that?
I think that it's a good use of it, but Tigerboss was ready. He was ready for it. He did lose 2 citizens. So I think it was good, but I don't know. It was good, but I don't... The thing is that at this point in time, Tigerboss is still... It's a complex question, because it's a good bit of damage, but it's good if that allows him to also win water. And he hasn't won water. He only has 2 fishing ships that are actually working, and he hasn't won water. So that's kind of where, is the AE worth it? I'm not so sure anymore.
I don't think it is, because Tigerboss is just flooding with bireams.
If you expect the Ancestor's Eclipse, a lot of times you can mitigate it and it's no problemo in a situation like this. And it seems like that's what Tigerboss did. He's still investing a ton of resources into all these ships, into all the oracles. He lost 2 citizens. So it still did damage, but it wasn't quite as effective as Insanity wanted it to be.
We also see no eco-ups for Tigerboss. He doesn't have an eco-guild yet.
Indeed.
He's invested everything into army at the moment.
I think it's worthwhile because your food is handled by the fishing ships, your citizens, the other two resources. I think it's worth it.
Yeah,
although
Tigerboss is definitely fucking safe.
He has floating resources though, so I guess it maybe was worth it initially just to invest everything into military, but now that it seems like he's stabilized on land after the Ancestors, he's doing great on water, I think now it'd be a good time to get it. And actually, there we go. He is building it right next to his temple.
I'll tell you what, these players, they know when to do certain things like build eco-guilds. These little things make a massive difference for the newer players, such as myself. He's getting hand axe and pickaxe straight away as well, so he's going to catch up on those eco-ups a lot. He's going for the second town centre. Sanity is pushed onto the second gold mine. He has decided to take the front gold mine first, while it's a little bit safer while there's not much land army. Makes sense.
You know, Insanity is making a whole bunch of cabinets. So he's trying to make a comeback on water with cabinets, which is very interesting. Again, the cabinets are stronger than the bireams, but still, he needs a lot of numbers, man. There's 19 bireams.
A lot.
I think
Tigerboss is still flooding.
He's still what?
He's still flooding. He's still making units, and damn, he taps out.
There we go. We have ourselves a 1-to-1, friend. Nice.
Round 3, here we go.
I think that was very well handled by Tigerboss. He kind of knew exactly what was happening. He split up his manners. I don't know if you really noticed that, or he split up his manners and his economy to try and mitigate that Ancestor's Eclipse usage. And I think he did lose the citizens, like we mentioned, but I think he did a great job. He just flooded on water. He could handle the siege ships, and ultimately, no problem. Insanity
yeah, he played that very well.
For sure.
Round 3, here we go.
Hey, let me go out and rehost.
When are we going to see you do one of these tournaments, Maiden?
Participate?
Yeah.
I have more fun casting rather than participating.
You're strong player. I think you'd stand a good chance, to be fair.
That's very generous of you, Mr. Punkstar. Very generous.
You know that.
I don't know.
wonder what Sanity is going to pick for his last map.
I have no idea. I wonder what he's going to go. If he's going to stick with China, because he's been playing a lot of China, like we mentioned. He's a crazy strong and experienced... Okay, he's going for Anatolia. I think we know what that means.
He's going ISIS again.
Seems like he's going ISIS again. All right. I think that's really interesting that he seems to have, like, for years, he is years and years and years, he was an Aranos player. Of course, he has played other gods as well, but he's known as a really strong Aranos player, right? It's interesting to see him not even pick Aranos at all. Oh, shoot. Here we go, Anatolia. Alright, everyone, welcome to Anatolia. We have. Do I have the. Whoops, I need to do a little switcherooski real quick. There we go. We got Tigerbass going to Aranos. Aranos? Well, so his options were Aranos or Gaia, if he's going to stick with Atlantean. Aranos or Gaia on Mediterranean against Isis of Insanity. What? I don't think either of us are really big Atlantean players. What do you think would be better against Isis, Aranos or Gaia? In general.
Good question. On Anatolia as well, it's very complex because people can go all in land, people can have flood heavy on the sea. There's a lot of stuff you need to take into consideration. I think Aranos will do better personally, just because the units are faster, such as you could do fast heroic on land. You can get like a 645, 730 fast heroic as Aranos pretty easily, to be fair. And you can just rush Contarius to counter Priest Siege spam. But Priest Siege spam isn't something we're probably going to see here. We're probably going to see something else, so I don't know.
That's an interesting
Gaia
idea.
is very strong on water. Obviously, you get Oceanus, you get instant pressure with the Servant. It's not a very strong myth unit, however, it is quick to come out, it moves fast, and it's instant pressure.
Yeah, indeed.
To be fair, though, Aranos gets that as well.
Well, yeah, also I was going to say, Aranos gets that as well, but Gaia can... What you mentioned with the Contarius spam, the fast heroic into Contarius spam, Gaia can do that as well. The Contarius do have the Aranos Contarius do have the faster base speed. But if you heroize them, I actually don't know off the top of my head. If you heroize the units, does that apply to heroize? I guess it does for Aranos. So they're still faster as well, yeah?
I think they are slightly, yeah. I think both civilizations get a speed boost when you heroize them. However, the Aranos heroes will still be slightly faster because of that 10% additional boost. So I think when you I can't even say that word. When you convert a Gaia Contarius to a hero, it will get a bigger jump of speed than an Aranos will, but the Aranos will still be faster because of that initial 10% speed boost. If you understand what I'm saying, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Now, I mean, of course, against Priest Siege, Priests and Siege towers are both slow, so, it's a negligible difference, but just to get around the map quickly and do what you want to do, it does maybe make a small difference.
I mean, on paper, you look at it, Aranos is just 10% faster moving units. Gaia gets a lot of cheaper economic advantages, so you'd think initially for the newer players that Gaia would be the better, but for some reason people dominate with Aranos, and Gaia is said by a lot of people to be relatively weak.
Well, having said that, there's the preference of Tigerboss as well. Does he feel more comfortable with Aranos or Gaia?
Yeah, it does make a lot of big difference.
Having said that, by the way, Tigerboss already clicked up. He's going to be up at about 440-ish, something like that. And he has only built docks on that right side. So he's going to try, I suppose, try to kick Insanity off of that right side of water right away.
I think that might be the best play. Kick Egypt off of one side, completely flood them, and then go to the other.
That's probably going to be the case. And it looks like he is going to drop a...
No.
Well, he's dropping a dock over on the other side. I'm not sure if he's going to go hard on that other side just yet. By the way, welcome everybody from the MetaPlays stream. Welcome. That's a bummer. It seems like Naka's been having a little bit of some hardware issues recently. Come on, Naka. You got to get that under control.
One thing I like about Santi, he's building his docks more forward, so he's going to be securing fish for himself, and he is going to be denying Tigerboss of a fishing spot. Here come the oracles.
Oh, he used his oracles on the right, or on the top left side. That's interesting. And he's going by reams on the top side. Is he going on the bottom side as well? No. Oh, wow. That's very interesting. So he's going to try and kick him off of the left side instead of the right. Okay.
I was not expecting that, to be honest.
Same here. Wow. Looks like he is dropping a second dock forward as well. Interesting. Okay. By the way, speaking of that, we got 70% Bast for Insanity coming in. Okay. Do you think he's going to go straight heroic like he did on Medit?
I don't know. It depends on how well Tigerboss floods, because he's getting pressure with the oracles. So if he wants to keep his docks fishing, he's gonna have to make at least some cabinets to kill those oracles. And then when he makes those cabinets, Tigerboss is gonna flood more bi-reams himself. So I don't know. That dock up top gets denied.
Yeah, that's clutch. Right after I said that, I just went and looked at Insanity's economy, and everything is on wood and gold, so he's clearly going for... he's not going straight heroic.
Yeah, it looks like he's wanting to fight this. He's making shit on the bottom.
Is he? He is, yeah. So it looks like he feels pretty confident that he's going to take that top side. There's only one dock left. So he's starting to transition over to the right side. I think Tigerboss... I really like how Tigerboss plays water maps. I think he does a pretty good job on water. Mediterranean being his home map.
Yeah, Tigerboss is a big fan of water.
I think this is pretty smooth play, man. I think this is pretty smooth play. This is clutch in all sincerity. The fact that he kicked ISIS. I mean, ISIS is known to be this powerhouse of Anatolia, right? But boom, just like that, he's almost completely kicked him off of this top side. Not completely. There's a couple cabinets there, but mostly.
Unfortunately, I think those cabinets will go to waste. Big shockwave. Yeah, those cabinets will fall no problem. Then the Promethean Oracle will clean up the dock.
Good play from Tigerboss so far. Really good play.
Yeah, really good play.
He's in like his position on the right side on water seems just fine as well. I think he's doing great, honestly. It's a best of 3 though, so if Insanity doesn't, get his act together, Tigerboss is going to the finals, man.
Who is in the finals? Is it Uli?
I haven't checked the bracket, I'm not quite sure.
Look at all them fishing ships go down for ISIS, man. You hate to see it.
Do you hate to see it though? Do ya? Especially on Anatolia? I think you like to see it. I like to see it. This is a beautiful thing.
It is that time watching ships get poked down and whatnot, but it is good for the other player as well. Really strong start from Tiger.
Well, can I tell you something? He's letting these fishing ships go. Look at this. They can go into the corner and build a dock, and he can maybe come back onto water. If Tigerboss isn't careful, he needs to be... because Egyptian fishing ships... There he goes. He's following on it. They can build docks. For some reason. Tell me how that makes sense. Tell me how that makes sense.
With magic. Yeah, he spots the dock.
As much as I hate Aranos, I'm scarred playing against ISIS, from my vanilla days. So I don't know who I want to lose more, ISIS or Aranos here.
I have a personal vendetta against Atlantean, so I want ISIS to win regardless if they're the powerhouse or not.
Okay. Okay, so it seems like we have not necessarily a stalemate here on water, but it seems like neither player has a evident advantage here. I want to look on land real quick. The TC and gold positioning real quick. Like the gold on the top side near that TC, that's not too bad near the TC. That right TC that Insanity's going for right now, that's sketchy, man. There's no gold nearby it. The wolves right there aren't helping him take it. This is a sketchy TC, man. I think that left middle TC is much better. Much better.
Also, that wood line is horrendous. I mean, even fire siphons will be able to shoot the town centre from that. And it's not just run and kill them. They have to run all the way around. That's a horrible town centre.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Second town centre coming through for ISIS.
And Tigerboss.
Iran through. Looks like Sanity's got some success on bottom water.
Yeah.
Tigerboss to stop producing.
Yep. So let's see how quickly these guys can take advantage of the water that they've won. It seems, here's my opinion, both have a TC coming up. Tigerboss maybe a little bit quicker. Tigerboss maybe is a little bit faster, taking advantage of the fish on his side, but he also has the forward buildings. So I'm kind of really liking Tigerboss's position here, the fact that he's already building forward. He seems to be just like half a step ahead of Insanity. Just a little bit ahead of Insanity.
I agree. He's going to be able to make an army and go for gold control. ISIS does still have a gold mine back. He has just run out of his first one. Mr. Sanity does still have a back gold mine. But Egypt do munch through gold, so he's going to have to push out relatively soon.
Yeah. There's a couple of barracks. Well, so considering the fact that he only has 3,000 gold left in his base... Oh wow, I didn't see that. Hyperion just coming in for Tigerboss. And he's going for Arcus, okay.
If we saw a palace somewhere here, that would be huge.
Well, we do see a palace.
Oh, we do, yeah.
I don't know where here is, since I can't see your screen, but we do see a palace.
Yeah, in between two gold mines as well.
Nice.
I would love to see that a little bit more to the right, because then it could shoot the town centre. If it starts getting built.
Up on the hill.
Prosperity is through.
Nephthys halfway in. Well, so he does have Ancestor's Eclipse to help secure gold. He is getting a couple of barracks up. Do you think Priest Siege historically does so well against Atlantean? Because priests do pretty darn well against the actual units. And they, generally make so few buildings that, when you kill one, when you siege down one, it's really impactful. Would you go for priests here, or is it too sketchy since he only has, So look at that, man, 1,800 gold left in his base.
He munched through that.
He's got 1,000 in the bank, sure. Mark it up right away. Interesting. Do you think there's any chance he's going for straight Osiris?
Oh yeah, potentially, yeah.
To try and push out?
Straight, yeah, Osiris, Ancestor Eclipse timing. I love the army composition from Tigerboss as well.
Destroyers, Arcus, yeah, nice. Those destroyers are they can be pretty darn strong against Egyptian because they have such high pierce armor that to kill them effectively, you really kind of need axes.
One thing I don't like here, look at Sanity's woodline at the top. He's got 5 villagers stuck.
Oh snap, yeah. There it is.
Since doesn't fix her. Tigerboss walling the map off.
I'm liking how Tigerboss is playing this, dude. I'm really liking how Tigerboss is playing this. Like I said, he seems to be just half a step ahead.
Both players have Salt and Fora. Sanity deletes his arrogance.
Okay.
Fair TC.
60% Osiris. Here we go. Here we go.
The Migdal's coming up. We do see Axeman, like you mentioned. We do see Chariot Archers as well. Here comes Tigerboss pushing in. We might have to see it. No, not quite. I was going to say we might see a defensive Ancestor Eclipse. This army's looking pretty scary for Tigerboss.
It's not big, though. It's not a huge army. He's going to get this other TC. There we go. Third TC just coming in right now. So his population numbers open up. This is really interesting. Ooh!
Big chaos.
Here we go. There's Son of Osiris. There's Ancestors
And here
Eclipse.
comes the AE.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay, and what? Osiris is getting targeted with the palace, dude. Look at that, look at that, look at that.
Oh my god, he's taking a lot of damage.
Free hits. Are you kidding me? That is nice by Tigerboss to focus fire that thing. Dude, look at this.
Oh my god, no. That Isis army got melted, man.
Yeah! Dude, he has a third of his HP left on the Son of Osiris. Are you kidding me?
Luckily, he did get the City of the Dead upgrade to give it a little bit more HP, but still, that's bad. I think Sanity pushed out too quick. He should have got some siege first.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good point. Getting some siege out, yeah. Well, he had half of his units attacking the palace, trying to take that down, while his army was just melting. So I suppose the siege coulda, woulda, shoulda been taking out the buildings.
Another little thing as well that does add up, Tigerboss's armory upgrades. He's got copper weapons, copper shields, and bronze mail.
Dude, this is looking so sketchy for Insanity here. So sketchy.
I still think he can if he plays it well.
I mean, Son of Osiris is strong.
Tigerboss going for 4 TC?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right play in all honesty.
Well, I mean, look at his economy. He's got resources coming out of his ears. His eco's looking pretty darn good. He's got 26 citizens. I say go for it, dude. I say go for it.
Maybe you value that 4 TC over Mythic?
Well, I think he's doing great right here, so I think pushing, and getting the Gold Starve is the way to go. And if you're gonna, that's my preference. And if you're gonna do that, taking the 4th TC to just open up your population more, I think it's doable, especially since Son of Osiris is almost dead.
True. Point. Tigerboss's 4th TC gets denied by the villagers. He does throw a palace down. These catapults are going to work.
Like, here's the thing. If he goes up Mythic, what options does he have? Tartarian Gate? It's gonna get blocked by monuments? Man, I don't know if Mythic would give him enough value here. The 2,000 resources would maybe be better spent on palaces, map control, TC, more armory. I'm liking this push here, dude.
Speaking of resources, look at Sanity's wood.
Almost 4,000, baby. It's almost 4,000!
Catapults coming down the other end to start laying down siege. Oh no, Sanity loses all them villages at the bottom.
Oof.
Fortified town centre for Tigerboss now as well.
Dude, look at Son of Osiris, man. 46 HP. 46 HP.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Tigerboss is getting Levi mainline units. That's an upgrade you don't see very often, and if you do, you definitely don't see it. At this point in the game, it's usually something you see late in the game. Son of Osiris gonna die, 7 HP. Oh, gets Garrison just in time.
Wow. Dude, are you kidding me? He needs to be so much more careful with this Son of Osiris. If his Son of Osiris dies, he's toast. That's my opinion. Because that's like his one saving grace, is that maybe Son of Osiris is strong enough to just kill the army. But I don't see it, dude.
Tigerboss is too strong at the moment. Another chaos. Oh, it hits the Scorpion man as well. Son of Osiris dies.
There we go. There we go.
All the villagers at the 4th TC at 9 as well. Tigerboss is flooding very nice. The score gap's getting pretty big now, unfortunately.
And there we have it, dude. Wow. 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 You know, I was about to say the villagers did deny that 4th TC and take down that palace, which was good, but still losing Son of Osiris and whatnot just wasn't enough.
Yeah. That was pretty lethal. Was a fun game though.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. This was pretty smooth textbook play by Tigerboss. Like, he kicked Insanity off of water pretty darn quickly. He did a good job, forcing Insanity to invest resources on the bottom side. He went up heroic faster. He went land faster, TCs faster. Like I said, from the middle of the game, he just seemed to be half a step, maybe even a full step ahead of Insanity for most of the game. I think he played great.
Yeah, he played really well, didn't he?
I definitely think so. That's pretty impressive, man. Let's check the post game real quick.
Tigerboss always ahead on the eco.
Yeah. Really well played by Tigerboss.
Don't go Mythic, just flood heroic.
I think that was the right play, man, because I don't know, Mythic would be a good play in this situation if it was like a Lightning Storm or a Fimbulwinter, maybe a Ragnarok, Meteor, I don't know, Tornado somewhere, something like that. But I don't know if Aranos' options for Mythic really would give him the nail in the coffin, you know what I mean?
No, now that I think about it more, I do agree.
It's 1,000 resources, it would be 1,000 resources. And again, I think that would be much better. Just army, just keep the pressure. If it's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, so to speak.
Yeah, true.
Okay,
so Tigerboss is in the finals.
Tigerboss is in the finals. Dude, can I tell you something? Throughout 2020, Tigerboss has been slowly improving. He would get to the quarterfinals, he'd get to the semifinals for a couple of these Metaplays tournaments, and boom, just like that, we see him in the finals. I think he's improving, and it's showing in his success in these tournaments. Good job for him. Congrats for him.
Tigerboss is a very strong player.